Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Welcome back to Painting Watercolours, everyone. I hope you enjoy this one. It's a cottage scene. I thought we'd do a few of them. I've stretched the paper, which means just wetting it both sides with the brush and water until it stretches out. Once it's stretched, I've just applied some masking fluid around the edge of the house, the little cottage, so I'm trying to keep it clean, and I'm just leaving a thin film of water on the paper. So I'm just going to put some Naples yellow into the lower part of the sky. Straightforward alizarin crimson. This can be a little fugitive, so I'll strengthen it up a little bit. We'll see how we go. Cobalt blue with burnt sienna in it, just to make a grey blue. I would like people to use the like button and the comment section. It really does help with YouTube's algorithm. This is cobalt blue and alizarin crimson, just to change the blue a little bit towards the blue violet. These are all Sennelier paints, watercolour paints, and this is £140 Brockingford extra rough paper. Cobalt blue, burnt sienna and alizarin crimson. I'm going to drop a cloudy shape. Dropping a little bit more in, just in some areas than others. Some kitchen towel that's dry. And what I want to do sometimes is just drop some white edges on the clouds. A medium yellow. A little bit of yellow ochre. If you're like me, sometimes I buy quite big sets of watercolours and you always get greens in them, so I'm going to use them. This is Viridian green mixed with a little bit of crimson and just a little touch of the medium yellow. So I'm just going to add this in, get a nice sort of summery green with it. That's just got your first layer of colours on, and you're going to leave that to dry. We're going to paint each individual set of hills separately and allow them to dry. So I'm taking some of the sky colour again. Being as this one is further away, I'm going to make it a little bit bluier, and I'll make this one darker. So this is the cobalt blue, burnt sienna added to it. I don't want these to be very strong, and I've just re-wet that hill right up to the line that I've drawn in. Now the board is set at an angle, so it will run in the downwards direction, but I'm going to add some water in it because I want to pale this off and let the edge of it sort of disappear. Just pull it down. A little bit of alizarin crimson, just drop this in. Not everywhere, just in one or two patches, just a tiny amount. Just helps to give it a little bit of oomph. I'm just going to re-wet this hill. Like I say, we'll make this one a little darker than the other one. Now this is a cloud colour, but I'm going to add it just in this spot here to the cobalt blue and the burnt sienna, and it's just a little stronger mixture. I'm just going to test it, and it's just changed its colour slightly. It's made it a little darker. We can run this up the hill and allow it to run through the water. any excess water, just take it off with a damp brush, just so it soaks up the excess water. A little bit of crimson to this. You can gently bring this down. Just gives variation in your mountains and your hills, because it makes things interesting rather than just one flat colour. And then you can let that one dry. I just put the backfield in with some yellow ochre, very pale, and just swiped a little bit of green in on it. Just saves a bit of time, there wasn't really anything to it. And I put a red door in, some cobalt blue on the roof as well. Just saves a bit of time, and just drops a little bit of yellow in. Just taking some of the cobalt blue and the alizarin crimson, and I've re-wet the back of this house because it's in shadow, and I'm just going to drop some of this blue into it, just allow it to drift down. Then I also want to drop in some of the actual crimson itself, alizarin crimson. Work that in slightly. Let's take some French ultramarine and burnt umber, and I'm just going to drop this in, just edging up the house and where the roof is. That's a little bit of shadow to the rooftop. We'll just get on with the path while we wait for little bits and pieces of it to dry. So I'm just going to re-wet that. Take some of the cloud colour. Some of the cobalt blue as well. Just the sky colours really. I'll even drop a little bit of the alizarin crimson in. And then I'm just going to let that dry. Now that's dry, I just put the windows in with a little bit of burnt umber and French ultramarine, and put a red door in just to finish it off, and we'll put some brickwork in when it's dried off a little bit. We've got here 3 colours of green, and it's just Viridian green mixed with some yellow and some burnt sienna, just different depths of it. And into this one I've just put some French ultramarine to darken it, and some burnt umber just to make it really dark. I'm going to set off with a lighter one first. I'm using just a brush for this. And you can build up your trees and bushes darker as you come towards the bottom. Into the really dark mixture. It's almost like a black green, but it will give you a really good shadow colour. You can do these individually. I'll come round to this side here and we'll put these in. Put a little along the bottom, brush with a little water on it and just catch the bottom. Start to pull some greenery in. I'm just giving this a chance to dry a little. And once again, just pulling this in, adding some nice shadow into the grass. This is basically just a rinse and repeat. See, I'm leaving room to get the other colours in. I'm just putting a little gate with a pencil. You can do it with a brush if you wish to. This is where you get to shape your land. You can pull it down in a hill kind of thing. French ultramarine and burnt umber. And we really, when you get those dark areas, really dark under the bush. All of this is timing and when to put your paint in and when to let it dry. I'm going to let that dry. I just put the last row of bushes in here. Same procedure as the others, same colours. And I'm just running some water in and I'm bringing it up to the path, because we'll do the path last. Just making sure there's, I've wet the other side as well. I'm just going to come along the edge of the path and just drop some green in. Just pull it back. Just a gentle little slope on it. And around to this side. Take some of the really dark green, drop some along the bottom, separate some of these bushes out with it, stroking a little into the foreground, just to bring the foreground slightly forward. Then I'm going to let that dry. I just want to take a little bit of the cloud colour, which is that one there that we mixed earlier, cobalt blue, alizarin crimson, with just a touch of burnt sienna in it. And I do want to put some pebbles in this path, so I'm just going to put this on just in patches, and we'll scrape some rocks out. This is an oil painting palette knife, and I'm just scraping in some pebbles just along the edge. And I'm going to put some in the centre because it's a farm track. Just once again, just going to take some water and just fade these edges in. This is where you get to sign it, mount it and frame it. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please click the like button and subscribe. Also, please use the comment section if you've enjoyed it. I would love to hear from you. All comments are welcome, and hopefully I will see you next time. Thank you.